Would you pay your own employees to harass your customers? Why is this good business practice?
Unbundling enables us to offer low fares. And the lower fares, many people could not afford to fly if they didn't have the lower fare option. But in order for the system to work, everyone has to be treated fairly. And when people then, a small percentage.
Wait a minute. Why are you paying your agents? This is going to be the only business in the world I have heard of that pays your people to harass your own customers. These are customers who have purchased a ticket. They have a carry-on bag, and you're paying your people at the gate to stop them and say, your bag is not quite right. It doesn't.
Before we get started, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video because this is exactly the kind of corporate abuse the media refuses to call out.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thanks to all the witnesses for being here. Mr. Biffle, if I could just start with you. About 9 months ago, your chief commercial officer testified to me that Frontier pays its gate agents bounties to stop paying customers from carrying bags onto the plane. Is this still happening?
Not at the rate it was. We changed
our... Wait. What does that mean? So are you still paying your gate agents to stop your customers from carrying bags on? You were paying them at least $10 every time you'd stop a paying customer from carrying on a bag, your gate agents to get paid for it. Is that still happening?
We do offer incentives and commissions, to stop people who didn't pay, not who paid, who didn't pay.
No, you are paying your gate agents, so it sounds like you're still doing it. You're still paying them money to harass customers from bringing bags onto the airline by saying it's too big or it doesn't fit in a little box or whatever the case may be. You're still doing it. That's your testimony today? Why?
I don't know that I would describe it that way, but we do provide incentives.
Why would you pay your own employees to harass your customers? Why is this good business practice?
Unbundling enables us to offer low fares. And the lower fares, many people could not afford to fly if they didn't have the lower fare option. But in order for the system to work, everyone has to be treated fairly. And when people then, a small percentage.
Wait a minute. Why are you paying your agents? This is going to be the only business in the world I have heard of that pays your people to harass your own customers. These are customers who have purchased a ticket. They have a carry-on bag, and you're paying your people at the gate to stop them and say, your bag is not quite right. It doesn't fit in this. We heard testimony. The Permanent Select Committee in this Senate has done a thorough investigation of this. We heard testimony from numerous of your customers saying they were wrongly stopped and harassed. There's no appeals process. There's nothing. You're making gobs of money on it. You generated $40 million in fees on this, according to your own data. That's amazing. And you're still doing it. I mean, in what world is this defensible?
It's fair.
Is fair to whom?
Well, you continue to insinuate that they paid for their bag, and they did not pay for their bag.
They paid for a ticket that allows them to have a carry-on bag, and you're paying your agents to harass them to stop them from carrying it on. You know, only other airline I know of, Spirit, was doing this, and they stopped because they said it was a terrible experience for the customers. Your customers hate it. This is one of the reasons they hate to fly. I can't believe you're still doing it. How much money have you made on it this year so far?
Considerably less, if you'll let me speak. What we did is we introduced the new Frontier. We have very simple branded choices, complete transparency.
Wait a minute. How much, first of all, you're not a victim here, Mr. Biffle, okay? You are making billions of dollars, and you're treating your customers appallingly badly. And the fact that you are still paying your employees to harass your own customers, I think, frankly, is unconscionable. I said this 9 months ago. I thought for sure it would have stopped by now, but I can't believe you're still doing it. So I don't feel sorry for you one little bit. In fact, I think you should apologize right now to all of your customers for what you're doing to them. And I think you should turn around and give them back the money that you've taken by forcing them to surrender their bags and pay extra fees after they've already paid a price. I mean, I don't get it. You seem to be totally baffled by this. You think that this is just fine?
I'm not baffled. I think you're insinuating that they paid for a bag that they didn't pay for.
No, I'm insinuating, I'm not
it's
insinuating anything. I'm accusing you, actually, of doing something that I think is wrong, of incentivizing your own employees to treat your customers badly. And the money you're making on it is astounding, just astounding. $40 million in fees. 62% of your revenues come from these ancillary fees, of which these additional baggage fees are part of it. And you just seem to see nothing wrong with this. I mean, do you not understand that this is why people hate to fly? They hate that they are treated terribly when they go to the airport by airlines, and you're paying your own people to do it. Do you want to say anything to your customers or to the flying public?
I think we've made huge progress in this area this year. We have introduced, as I started to say, we've introduced an economy product. That product is for $20 to $30, gives you free change fees, free seat assignment, carry-on bag. The persons that you're discussing are the people who bought a basic product, not that product, and they didn't pay for it.
Will you commit to quit giving incentives to your employees to stop customers and take their bags away? Will you stop that? Your other airlines have done it, your competitor airlines, your peer airlines. Will you commit here today to stop paying your employees to harass customers?
Can I ask a question?
Oh, I'd like an answer to mine first.
We will look at that, but I don't.
That doesn't sound like a yes or a no. Can you just say, yes, we will stop paying our gate agents to harass our own customers over their bags?
We are not harassing customers.
Yes, you are, and I invite you to read the report by the Permanent Select Committee of this body that investigated this and took testimony from your customers. Indeed, we took testimony from your own executives on this. This is a reality. Or alternatively, you could go out to DCA here and go and ask some of your customers how they feel about it. I know what they'll tell you. They'll tell you what they told us. They hate it. They feel badly treated. They feel like they're treated like cattle. And you're making tens of millions of dollars off of it. And I just think that's wrong. I just think it's ridiculous. I've got a lot more questions for you, but I know other people want to ask questions.
Senator Josh Hawley absolutely unloaded on Frontier Airlines CEO during a Senate hearing, and what he exposed should make every American flyer furious. Hawley confronted Frontier CEO Barry Biffle over a practice that sounds unbelievable but is completely real. Frontier has been paying its gate agents cash incentives to stop passengers from bringing carry-on bags onto planes. Let that sink in. You buy a ticket. You show up with a carry-on. And Frontier is literally paying its employees to hassle you, tell you your bag doesn't fit, and force you to pay extra at the gate. Hawley pressed Biffle repeatedly, asking him point blank whether the airline was still paying these bounties. After dancing around the question, the CEO essentially admitted they're still doing it, just with different wording. Hawley called it exactly what it is: paying employees to harass customers. The senator cited Senate investigation testimony from passengers who were wrongly stopped, had no appeals process, and were shaken down for extra fees. According to Frontier's own data, the airline raked in roughly $40 million from these baggage fees, and a staggering 62% of its revenue comes from so-called ancillary fees. This isn't about fairness. This isn't about safety. This is about corporate greed. Hawley made that crystal clear, calling the practice unconscionable and pointing out that even Spirit Airlines stopped doing this because it created such a miserable customer experience. The CEO tried to hide behind corporate buzzwords like unbundling and low fares, claiming customers didn't pay for the right product. Hawley wasn't buying it. He reminded everyone that these are paying customers being treated like cattle so executives can pad their bottom line. Hawley repeatedly demanded a simple yes or no answer on whether Frontier would stop paying gate agents to target customers. The CEO refused to commit, dodging the question and denying the harassment even as overwhelming evidence says otherwise. This is exactly why Americans hate flying. It's why they feel disrespected, nickel-and-dimed, and powerless. And credit where it's due, Josh Hawley said what millions of travelers are thinking straight to the CEO's face. If you're tired of corporations abusing regular Americans while politicians look the other way, this is why this fight matters. Like the video, subscribe to Stateline, and stay tuned because we're going to keep exposing this garbage wherever it happens.